Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to yet another video. Now in today's video we are going to be benchmarking our next budget system, which has the Radeon 5600 XT and the Ryzen 4500 6-core 12-thread CPU paired up with 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM paired up with a 256 GB NVMe SSD. So the system is the same as last time. The only thing that we've changed in this system is the GPU, making this system to cost 89,000 Kenya shillings. So in this video I'm going to be running it through some games to see how it will perform. Okay, so now we are in Forza Horizon, a pretty popular arcade racer from Microsoft, and we're running a mix of medium to high settings using the Radeon 5600 XT. I'm playing at 1920 by 1080, and as you can see, the 5600 XT is handling this game pretty much fine. Of course, I'm in the bushes here, so there's a lot of geometry to process, but once you get on the road, the FPS stabilizes, and as you can see, there's even moments where I am hitting 100 FPS. Now, because the 5600 XT is a newer graphics card, I will say that recording this video is a breeze, and this is because the 5600 XT being a newer graphics card compared to the RX 590, they do have a better video encoder. So the video encoder is what you use to record, or rather to encode video. In your case, you'll just call it recording. But as you can see, the 5600 XT is doing a good job in Forza Horizon. So yeah, I think we can pretty much move on to the next game. So the next game on our list is Resident Evil 4. Now this is the remake version of the game, so yeah, not the classic Resident Evil. And these are the settings that I'm rocking. I'm rocking a mix of high, medium, and low settings. So very optimized settings for this game for you to get the better experience. And I've turned off some things because things like motion blur, depth of field, I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, these are the settings, and I'm obviously playing at 1080p, and as you can see, Resident Evil is being handled very well with the Radeon 5600 XT. As you can see, I am actually playing at 80 FPS, which is quite a decent FPS. You can hear Leon groaning. So yeah, it's a pretty decent experience I've actually got. Let's head on over to the next game because I'm going to continue playing this. I forgot how good Resident Evil was. Okay, so I'm in Cyberpunk 2077, and these are the settings that I am rocking. I'm playing the game at 1920 by 1080, and if you go to the graphics, as you can see, I'm running most of the things medium or low or off because, as you know, Cyberpunk is quite an extremely heavy game, and I'm running FSR with dynamic scaling. Now, you could play it with like ultra performance for you to get some more FPS, but for me, personally, this is more for me. I actually feel like I prefer an overall good looking image, even though the FPS is not as high. And as you can see, the 5600 XT is faring a tad bit better, with the areas going up to 50 FPS. But again, it's you know, it's one of those games where it's really heavy to run, and you know, Cyberpunk is just one of those stress tester games. So yeah, but I would consider this a pretty playable experience. As you can see, everything visually looks nice, even though I have turned on FSR. Confused myself there for a minute. So I'll consider this a pretty playable experience. So yeah, this is the Radeon 5600 XT in Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, so now I'm in Grand Theft Auto, and I am rocking a mix between a medium and high settings, as you can see. So pretty much the same settings that I was using last time. And as you can see, the 5600 XT, of course, is much better, or rather is faring much better compared to the RX 590. As you can see, I am steadily staying above not steadily, but I am steadily staying above the 70 FPS mark. And of course, Grand Theft Auto, in as much as this is an old game, it still surprises me how heavy this game is, considering how long ago this game came out. So let's try and get this guy because I need access to this truck. So let's get inside. As you can see, depending on the area, I am getting quite a decent FPS, so I'm going to try and run away from this cop. Okay, so the next game on our bucket list here is Deadlock by Valve, and I'm pretty much running the game at maxed out settings. So if you go to the video, I'm playing at 1920 by 1080. As you can see, I have pretty much everything set to high, and let's take off motion blur because I'm not a fan of motion blur. I'm not running any sort of upscaling technology, so that is FSR, DLSS, Intel XeSS, and I am dying. So but as you can see, I'm getting some good performance. I'm actually, sometimes I'm getting 100 depending on what settings you've turned on. So I believe these are not the most competitive settings, but I think if you turn on competitive settings, you're going to be playing at like 150-ish, 120-ish FPS. But for me, again, I prioritize how the game looks over the performance. For me, I think this is the best looking this game can get. And do I keep dying? Where are my helpers? I need to wait for them to come close. So yeah, as you can see, the 5600 XT is doing a stellar job in Deadlock. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a game like Valorant. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a stress tester for this system. As you can see, I'm running the game pretty much maxed out, and for the most part, I'm above a consistent 60 FPS. And how do these guys hit so hard? Anyway, this was Deadlock using the 5600 XT. Okay, so now I'm in Apex Legends, a very competitive online shooter, hero shooter, and these are the settings that I'm running. So pretty much a mix of high to medium settings. I think even if we turn this to high, I don't think we'll see any performance impact. But as you can currently see, sometimes I'm even getting above 100 FPS with high settings. So these are not what I would consider competitive settings. Typically, most people just turn a lot of things down so that they can get as many frames as possible, and this guy is quite annoying. So yeah, though the 5600 XT is really nice with this game. Oh my god. I think the chaos is actually good. It's a good stress tester to see how the 5600 XT performs, and as you can see, I'm still getting a very playable experience. So yeah, the 5600 XT is pretty much capable in Apex Legends, as you've just seen. So as you can see right now, I'm in Valorant, and Valorant is one of those easy games to run. I don't think this game is such a stress tester for this machine. As you can see, I'm pretty much running most of the settings pretty high. For me, this is what I'll consider a very good experience when it comes to visuals and performance, and I have some things like bloom and distortion turned off because for me that's more of a personal preference. But as you can see, I'm soaring way above the 100 FPS mark, and this is a pretty playable experience. The experience is smooth. The system is able to handle this game very smoothly. Again, this is one of those games that, you know, personally I would recommend as a starter FPS game for you to try if you're on a tight budget and you're not looking to spend. It's really an optimized game, really runs well in most systems, and as you can see, for the most part I am staying above 100 FPS even with a myriad of effects on screen. So yeah, Valorant is a pretty easy game to run for this system, and you'll be glad to find out that this system will handle this game pretty well. So yeah guys, we've come to the end of the video. Now that was an interesting video in that you saw the 5600 XT is obviously way better than the RX 590. This is because the 5600 XT is a modern GPU, or rather fits modern standards. I actually enjoyed my time with the 5600 XT, and I would actually recommend this for a beginner build, as it seems to handle most of the games I threw at it quite well. In case you're interested in buying this PC, remember this PC goes for 89,000 Kenya shillings. You can visit our website esgaming.co.ke. Additionally, if you want to come to the shop physically, visit us at Old Mutual Building, Kimathi Street, that is in Nairobi, room 405 on the 4th floor of the building. In case you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Drop a like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who might need to watch it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.